let us focus on, like he said, and he's on site there, let us focus on the fact that this is available. We must understand that it took, this was contracted out to the contractor. The process of transferring commission and transferring the plant to NNPC has not happened yet. This is live. Some of what you are seeing is a live test of the facilities and what was in the scope of work that the contractor was given. These are some important details that's why I said I didn't want to get into the technical aspects of this. But that process of transfer of that needs to be certified, okay, that this work was satisfactorily completed and all that, and then payments will be settled and so on and so forth. Okay, so the entity that commissioned the activity concerned now receives it formally and just, then of course it is subject to NMDPRA, which will go through the process of, this is a new refinery, somebody needs to sign off on that it is working. Usually, when you start these processes, you conduct what is called a hazardous assessment. You don't want to go and turn something and then it blows up in your face. So all those things need to be done. So until you attain those levels of completion, and then it's expatriate quota. I think this is the jurisdiction where this is done is not really at the refinery level. The entities will have to go to the immigration, I believe, and then they obtain what the law requires. And any entity that wants to come into the oil and gas industry, especially a foreign entity, you have to go through the NCDMB, the National Content Development Management Board, and so on. So there is an elaborate process to take care of that. I do not believe that there is a policy of denying indigenous expertise. I don't.
It's a matter of choice.
That's right. I don't believe there is the policy, but we must recognize that the experiences of since the refineries have not been working, you need to get people who are very current and have been hands-on on working. So getting these things done and would have to take people whom the contractor doesn't want to deliver a bad product or product with a bad outcome. So first jurisdiction that deals with this is the immigration. I'm sure they look at what the entities applied for and whether it's Dangote or NNPC, what they do require. The second thing is that we are now going through this process, and you need the top-notch people. I'm not saying that they can't be indigenous. There are some indigenous people who are top-notch people, and I sometimes listen to them also speak on this. So I think it's just not useful to engage in talking about where people come from. If they can get the job done, you get the job done for now. And I think it would take years in which, I mean, Dangote could not have had people who have run 600,000 single train refinery. In fact, that's the only one in this part of the world. So I think you need to, and if that had failed, it would have been a spectacular failure. Thank God it wasn't. So it's there for everyone to see now, and he's a risk taker, and I appreciate people who have a can-do attitude to things. So we must be a country of can-do. It's not a country of talking. Just talking about his can-do. We need to be. He's demonstrated he could do it.